Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carrie Jane. I apologize for how silly the headphones look, but this is my camera phone and I'm honestly not sure you'll be able to hear me with all the background noise without this little mic right here. So, yeah, thank you for understanding my amateur videos. I do not have $300 plus to afford all the fancy equipment to make this a huge production for you guys, but I kind of like it this way anyway. It's more personal, and I find that when creators on YouTube have more time to just focus on the content of the video rather than what it looks like, it's better in some way. It's more personal. You know, if we wanted to watch something with cinema, I feel like we'd go to the movie theaters, we'd watch a movie, we'd watch Netflix, etc. So YouTube is a breath of fresh air in this way, and I hope you feel the same. So anyway, back on topic. I tried to make this video actually at the beach the other day, and from start to finish you could not hear a word I said because it was way too windy. But unfortunately I didn't know that until after the video was done. So my intention for this video was to be an unboxing, but it's kind of going to be like a review now because it's been unboxed. So I hope you enjoy and kick back and relax, and you know, let's open this deck. So I tried to do my homework for you guys and figure out how to pronounce this deck the best I could. And the way I did that is I went on YouTube and I looked up unboxing videos and reviews, etc., and no one knows how to say this. No one knows how to pronounce the name of this deck with confidence. So I'm gonna give you my guess, and then the rest of you can fend for yourselves, or if you speak French, you can educate me and everyone else on how to pronounce it. But the deck we're going to be looking at today is the Japaridze tarot? Sure, yeah, this guy. So you can see for yourself. And this is the back. It's an awesome box, very sturdy. Like, I'm traveling right now, as you can tell, and I felt perfectly safe packing this, so it's transportable, so that's very nice. And I will read the back to you. Japaridze tarot is a re-imaging of the tarot universe through the visionary lens of leading Parisian contemporary artist Nino Japaridze. In each of her 78 collage-style surrealistic paintings, she boldly explores the many layers of esoteric symbolism in tarot, revealing its transformative powers. Her unique interpretations of the minor arcana delve deep into elemental as well as numerological associations, and I'm all about that, so I really like it. This deluxe set includes a 178-page book with full-color artwork accompanied by descriptions and divinatory meanings to guide the reader through the fool's journey towards self-knowledge. So there you have it. And the box opens up very nicely like this, and this is what the guidebook looks like. It's extremely Parisian. I like it. It's awesome. I love it when decks kind of include like a little bit extra artwork card type thing that you can put like on your desk or somewhere, anywhere you want for decoration or to, you know, showcase their artwork. And this is a really pretty image. It's the star, which we'll hopefully get to in this video. And it also comes with this little chart here, which tells you the minor arcana and etc. So, you know, the elements, what it is in the Japaridze tarot, and then the traditional suits. So if you're a beginner, this is a good deck because it's really straightforward and it explains that for you. So yeah. Because I already opened the deck, the cards are not in order, so it's going to be a surprise for all of us as to what I have to show you guys. But just for starters, this is what the back looks like. The card stock is amazing, as a tarot deck should. I always feel like the tarot creators do a much better job at picking the card stock, which, it kind of makes sense. It's meant to be shuffled heavily constantly, but I really wish that some oracle decks paid attention to that, because, we need to shuffle those too, obviously, not just tarot cards. And the texture is really nice, like they're not too sticky, so they don't stick together. Yeah. So, yeah, let's just begin with a flip through, and I'll show you guys. Jester of Gardens. And I believe the gardens are earth, so that would be pentacles in traditional tarot. It has kind of a summer color scheme, although this is a very kind of avant-garde esoteric artwork for summer. But to me, like, the way the colors are, it felt like compatible with the season that North America is in right now. So I think that's one of the reasons why I chose to get this particular deck now. Here's the strength card. 9 of Wands. Stranger of Fire. Eventually I will flip through and handpick which cards to show you, because we don't have time to show you 78 cards, and you might want some of them to be a surprise, which is how I feel. So yeah, there we go. Jester of Fire, and fire is Wands. Three of Gardens. Yeah, so you can see for yourself the level of artwork that's going on here, and it is, the way I would describe this, it's very dynamic, as the hero's journey depiction should be, of course. It's mature, but it does not, it's not lacking in freeform or playfulness at the same time. So, like, it's mature, but it's not super serious and dark all the time. It's got it's well balanced, I guess, is a way to sum it up, in my opinion. Also, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but this is the first video I'm posting about a tarot deck, and that is because I do not buy tarot decks nearly as often as I do oracle decks. I just feel like, I don't know, there's more variety to have in oracle decks, because you can explore any modality at all, whereas the tarot is some interpretation of the hero's journey, the same 78 cards over and over and over again. So, that's just me. That's why I don't want, 50 tarot decks. Like, I'm totally fine with just like half that amount, not even. And also, the reason why I don't buy nearly as much tarot decks is because, for me, tarot was introduced in like a group setting. It was not a personal study like oracle was. I started out doing readings with friends and close family members, and I found the readings to be much more accurate. Look at that. I really should be talking about the artwork, I'm sorry, but this is my first tarot video, so this is why. but I found that, the readings were much more accurate, much more fulfilling. Like, when you do readings with people that you love and you're really close with, it's just so much more interesting, like, because you can bounce ideas off of one another, and that person most likely knows you very well, so when you receive a certain reading, they might be able to tell you what you're missing out of that reading. They might be very intuitive, and be able to offer more. More than one person is always better, because you'll just get more interpretations out of it. You'll get more insight from the cards and be able to walk away with a little extra. Whereas with oracle decks, to me, that feels a lot more like independent study. I can do it alone every morning. I can do tarot alone every morning as well, but it's just, this is a more serious endeavor for me. So that's another thing. I do not like doing tarot readings very often. Ideally, I like to do them every 3 months, and then throughout the year, sometimes I get extra curious, like, aside from the forecast that I want from that 3 months, I'll have like specific questions, and then I'll take it out, but like, that's it. And that's another reason why I don't need like a million tarot decks, is because I feel like you shouldn't be doing readings that often. I feel like, it's like, getting too many messages all the time is going to dilute it, and then you're going to get confused, and it's much. But don't put all your eggs in like 50 million baskets, is I guess what I'm trying to say, what that feels like to me. It's just, if you focus on these main points, very important points that tarot usually reveals to the current, then you'll be able to accomplish a lot more throughout the year and ultimately your life. And this is a beautiful deck, and I'm sorry I'm not talking about the deck enough. I really am. Like I said, it's just because this is my first tarot video on my channel. Yeah. So now I'm going to flip through the cards a little bit and just show you some of my favorites. Stranger of Winds, I really like. Because I'm an Aquarius, I find that I pull a lot of swords, which in here I believe is winds. Yeah. What I love about this kind of artwork is that the surrealism that that was mentioned on the box. To me, I should say, it kind of feels like dream interpretation a little bit. And I also associate like dream interpretation with like third eye symbolism, like when you do a journey, when you do like a psychic journey and you like see situations play out, or you see certain archetypes or anything, like you could see anything when you do a journey with your mind's eye, technically. But usually you see some kind of story play out, and it's a story that conveys something that you can't convey with words. And so that to me is what this kind of artwork has to offer, and what I appreciate most about decks like this. I'm talking about this because this particular card, it's just immediately upon looking at it, I have a sensation and I have an intuitive feeling that is pulling me but I don't know if I could put it into words for you right now. I'd have to sit and meditate on it, but it's good. You need more than a keyword on a card, and you need more than a guidebook sometimes to get the message that you need to get when you're working with something as involved as tarot. So, long story short, I really do feel like this deck feels like how a tarot deck should, in that way. And I felt that immediately when I held the box. Some tarot decks, they're really, really cool and creative, and I'm so glad they exist, and I'm so happy someone made them. But at the same time, it's I don't know, my idea of tarot and how tarot should feel to me, it doesn't necessarily mix well. So I did not feel that way with this deck. I immediately held it in my hands and felt like it was just right. It you can receive what you're meant to receive. And I'm getting distracted by this imagery because there's a million things going on in here. The world. Yes. That is an amazing interpretation of the world. It's really good. Also, a lot of these images are kind of pixelated, and they are my favorite. I love that style. You have that with the Justice card here. And then in every tarot deck, you come across a card you really connect with on a very deep level, and this is it for me. This one right here. Ten of Tides, you got a little bit more abstract art. It goes from very abstract to these portraits, these pixelated portraits, and then photo editing type situations, but it's not like that at all. I mean, it's like that. I don't know if you can see that guy's face, and maybe you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but here's another pixelated card that I love a lot. It's just stunning artwork, as always. I'm amazed. Absolutely stunning. This is the winner right here for, I think, everyone, the star. She really put her heart and soul into that piece. I mean, every artist puts their heart and soul into every piece, but sometimes they reflect a little bit more in the artist than the others, I think. But what do I know? I love this depiction of the Death card. I don't know if you can see on my camera what's exactly going on. Obviously you see the skull, but there's this spirit draped over it in such a fashion. The Eight of Gardens. I love this picture. It's I don't even know, a scientist draped over their equipment trying to I don't know. There's 12 things I just noticed in this card. Oh my goodness. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. It's great. Five of Gardens. Okay. Alright, I'm really gonna try very hard to not show you the whole deck. I just, look at this. Sorry also I'm not looking, directly at the camera enough. It's because I'm trying to make sure the image comes out okay for you guys. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna show you guys, but like it's taking strength in me to not show you all of these. Like, it really is. So if you're a tarot deck collector and you don't have this, like, put it on your wish list, because it's very necessary, trust me, to have this deck. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is shuffle the deck and pull out a card for all my followers here, whoever's watching, and see what message you're meant to receive for the day. And I'll read from the guidebook so you get a sense of what that's like. It's a pretty bare bones guidebook. It's really nice though, because as you will shortly see, it has full color illustrations. It's a sturdy book, so that's what I like about it. Nope, this card wants to come out for you guys, and it's the 10 of Winds. And Winds is swords in traditional tarot. Looks like the sun is setting in this picture. I don't know if you can tell, and those are bats. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. You have the full color illustration on this side, and then the text, it's, minimal. It says, "The night ends and a cloud of bats return to sleep in their tree roost as the sun begins to rise." Oh, it's not setting, it's rising. "And a new day breaks. The scene appears dark, but it suggests that the worst may soon be over." Divinatory meanings: changes must be made to avoid or overcome turmoil, sorrow, or anxiety. Hitting rock bottom, rebirth, a lesson learned. Yeah, I think this is just a transition time for everyone. Everyone I know right now is going through like certain health problems, insomnia, aside from whatever else they might be dealing in their personal lives. And this has kind of been going on for a while now, but I think right now it's just kind of an in-between sort of state. And to me, that's what that's talking about, and that is what this means for you guys. So, yeah, but this was the Japaridze tarot, I think. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I don't say this enough in any of my videos, but if you actually want to be alerted when I post a video, you have to click the little bell that is in the corner. Unless you regularly tune into YouTube and you look at your news feed and watch everything, then you don't need it. But if you're someone who doesn't normally do that and actually wants to be notified, click that little bell and it'll tell you when I upload, which lately is sparse because I'm very busy. But thank you guys so much for watching, because despite being so busy right now, it feels really good to have an outlet, because I'm never around people or situations, and I'm sure all of you can relate, where like I can talk about this kind of stuff, everything that I put on here. So I really appreciate you guys, and share my videos with anyone you think might be interested in, and tell me what you thought about this deck. And like I said before, tell me how to pronounce this deck. And I hope you're all very well, and I love every single one of you. And until next time, guys, take care.